Hello, this is Vanessa from the Building a Hopeful Homestead channel. Right now I'm going to show you my outdoor garden in my townhouse. Now we are not allowed to, sorry for the noise out here, we are not allowed to have a garden that's in the ground out here, so I did pots. I brought all this from my other house because I couldn't bear to leave it behind. So this raspberry died, but I ended up inadvertently bringing this fern plant with me, which I loved them. They were at the house and I loved them, so I'm super happy that I got that. This is my peach tree. It's pretty happy. It's got a few dead leaves, but it went through some pretty traumatic stuff recently with that hailstorm, and it's got some it's got some strings from my greenhouse on it, so I'm gonna have to get those off after the video because they're really wrapped in there. This is a raspberry. As once again you can see the damage that happened during the hailstorm, but other than that it looks perfectly happy out here. It might not have berries, or it might have berries later in the season this year, but I'm happy with the way it looks. This is my kids' Wonder Wave. They love that thing. I have lavender out the wazoo. I got these plants 6 years ago, and I didn't think they would make it in the pots, but they are thriving. I have 3 out here and 2 up front in the front of the house. And pretty soon I'm going to cut these. You cut them under the first leaf when you cut them. You can even go further than that if you want to. And then I give it as gifts, and I used to sell it in my other house. This is an Eronia Berry. I've had it for over a year. It's never looked this beautiful before. So hopefully it does well. It looks much better than it did. I don't see any berries on it yet, but even if it doesn't have berries, it getting this big will increase the chances that it has berries next year. I planted these in the pot that I had my Okinawa spinach in. And I think this is Okinawa spinach. And my Okinawa spinach died a horrible death from being overwatered in a pot that didn't have holes in it this past year. And I cannot believe that I see this here, and I'm so excited that I don't have to buy another one from Bakersfield Creek. I'm going to send them a picture of this and double check, but it looks just like it. I'm so happy. So I started this asparagus at my house over a year ago. And I'm just waiting. I bring it with me. I'm letting it grow. And I'm waiting for it to mature. And it just stays with us. We did get 1 stalk out of here this year. And you can also see I have plantain from my other house too, because we love plantain. The kids come out here and eat it. So, yep. We're just waiting for those to mature. They're coming along with us on our journey. This is my blueberry, and as you can see, we have a blueberry. This has many more blueberries than I did last year, and it looks much healthier. I did lose quite a few during the hailstorm, but I'm just happy it's still here. And look at this. I have a volunteer tomato. I'll have to take that upstairs. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so tickled that I have a volunteer tomato, especially after what happened with the hailstorm. So yeah, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. This is a raspberry. This has a bunch of raspberries on it, but a lot of them got hit off during that storm. As you can see, I do have a ripe one. It's not really focusing. There we go, a little bit better. But it's not a very pretty ripe one because of what happened I may just pluck that off and put it in the pot so that it may bring up more babies next year, but we'll see. And then there's plenty more berry starters on there that my kid's gonna get into later. So this is my lavender, the other one I was talking about. It's doing really well. I'm about to harvest those flowers. And yeah. This blueberry, it did have berries on it, but I don't see them anymore. So that's sad. And yeah, but it may grow more later on, or it may not, but it'll do well next year. These are my 2 grapes. At my old house I had 4 established grapevines, and last year I picked about 70 pounds of grapes, so I'm kind of out on my element this year. I don't really have grapes, and so I bought these to keep me company until we go somewhere. They won't have grapes on them this year, and I may put them in bigger pots just so they're happier until we move. But when we move, I'll put them in the ground and get a trellis up. They're looking pretty beat up because of the storm. I just pulled them out from under the Wonder Wave. So that's why they look so sad, but they'll come back. And that is the complete tour of all my plants back here. It's kind of a mess down here because of the storm, but I did want to show you. I do have a Birdies Raised Bed. I brought it with me from my other house, and it is mine, and I'm keeping it because they're so expensive. But yeah, it just stays down here. It stays with my other raised beds. The metal for them. I really love these 2 kinds. Each one of those was about $30. I could be wrong, it might have been $60, but I'm pretty sure it was that cheap. It was between $30 and $60, but this one was very expensive. But Birdies Raised Beds are the best. They don't rust, they don't dent, and they have this little lip that goes along the top so you don't accidentally cut yourself on the metal. So it's perfect for kids, raised garden beds. I will be installing these in the next home that we go to because I just love them to death. They're mine. So yeah. And well, that's the end of our tour, and I hope you have a great day. And thank you for coming along with me on our tour of the outside garden. We'll do another tour as the season goes on, and I'll show you the progress that's made out here. You have a good day. Bye.